I'll talk about 3 of the amendments real quickly. First one, I'll start with the Second Amendment. One good thing about having been elected to office is you do have a record, and I had a 100% NRA voting record, but more importantly than that, I authored some key legislation. The original concealed carry bill, Fred Stanley from pretty close to home here, and I authored that bill, I think it was 1999. It's been a landmark piece of legislation. Many other states have followed that legislation. 100% NRA voting record, like I said, been a member of the NRA, I think since I was 18 years old, so very steadfast with the Second Amendment. Talk about 2 other amendments real quickly, one that I love and one that concerns me, but I obviously think Congress has an obligation to follow the entire Constitution. And I think when they passed Obamacare, many people in Congress did not follow the interpretation of the Constitution and the 14th Amendment, which is the Commerce Clause of the Constitution. We'll get back to that here in a minute. But Dustin mentioned the 10th Amendment. We fought a civil war, basically, over states' rights. A lot of people like to throw a lot of the things in there. There were other issues that were important in that conflict, but one of the major points of the Civil War was states' rights. And I think states lost a lot in that conflict after the war. Not so much in the war, but after the war, because we passed some other amendments that infringed upon states' rights. And again, it's all due to the interpretation, but as he mentioned, those things not granted to the federal government are reserved by the states. And I'll use a perfect example. I talked to a coal miner over in Poto, and I've talked about this story as well before. This fellow mines coal. After he went in and mined a mountain full of coal, he did the reclamation for that coal mining. And with that, he went in and did the drainage, planted trees, planted grass. He did such a good job that the State Department of Mines gave him the statewide award for the best reclamation project in the entire state of Oklahoma. Great, he puts the award out on his coffee table. The next February, the Federal Office of Surface Mining comes in and finds him $2.8 million for the same project. He says, "But you don't understand, I won the statewide award." He said, "We don't care about states' rights." That was the exact quote the lady gave him. And so we've got not only an interpretive court and an interpretive Congress, but now we've got interpretive regulators that are doing the same thing, and they're infringing on our rights. But you know, my one promise to you is if I'm elected and I go to Washington, I won't drink the Kool-Aid. In essence, I'm going to go up there, maybe I take some of this bottled water from southeastern Oklahoma with me, and you walk up there with a servant mentality, you walk in with a servant mentality, and you're not there for the office of the stationer, but you're there to do what's right for our country, what's right for our nation, what's right for our state, and what's right for our families back here at home. And obviously I think that's important to all of us. Thank you.